Hey Michael, are you awake? I know you have that early meeting, but this can't wait.
Absolutely, I'm up. How's the present opening going?
Perfect, actually. Mikey's just opened his present.
Fantastic. I hate to ask, but how is he okay that I'm not there?
He's fine with it, I think. He's absolutely over the moon about the camera.
The vintage Olympus we found on eBay?
Yep, that's the one. Michael, you should see his face right now. He literally screamed when he opened the box.
Oh wow, look at that smile. I've never seen him that excited about anything.
He's been asking for this exact model for months. You know how obsessed he is with those old digital cameras.
I still don't understand why he doesn't just use his phone. The camera quality's probably better anyway.
You know it's not about the quality for him. It's about the authenticity, the vintage aesthetic. This thing is from 2003 to be fair. And he keeps talking about how real photographers used cameras like this.
Real photographers? He's 12 years old.
Let him dream, Michael. Besides, he's actually pretty good at photography.
I know. I'm just sad I'm missing this. His reaction is priceless.
Good Lord, Michael. He's been reading the manual for just over 20 minutes now, taking notes in his little notebook.
Of course he is. That's so Mikey.
He asked me to tell you he said thank you, and that he's going to take the best pictures ever with it.
Tell him I can't wait to see them, and that I'm sorry I'm not there for his birthday.
I already told him you'll make it up to him when you get back. But honestly, he's so focused on this camera, I really don't think he minds. When does your flight land again, though?
Thursday evening.
So you'll miss the actual day, but you'll be here for the weekend.
Exactly, so I'll take him somewhere special for it. Maybe that photography exhibit downtown he's been wanting to see.
He would love that.
He's going to be a professional photographer someday. I just know it.
He definitely has the passion for it. Emma keeps messaging me saying she wants to take a look. She's being such a typical little sister right now.
Where is Emma anyway? I don't see her in any of these photos.
She's at her friend's house for a sleepover, which is perfect, because Mikey gets to enjoy his birthday gift without her interfering.
Good timing. Send me more pictures as the day goes on. I want to see everything.
Of course, he's already planning to go outside and test it properly.
I remember being that excited about things. It's such a pure kind of happiness.
I love watching him discover new passions. This camera obsession has been building for months. Now he finally has the real deal.
I just hope he's careful with it. Those old cameras can be fragile.
I already gave him the lecture about being gentle. He promised to treat it like treasure, which, knowing Mikey, he absolutely will.
Good. I have to run to this meeting now, but keep sending photos.
Will do. Love you.
Love you too.
Brian! Brian, wake up! I got it.
Dude, what time is it? It's like barely 7 a.m. on a Saturday.
I don't care. Look at this.
Whoa, is that the camera you wanted? The vintage one from eBay?
Yes! My parents actually got it for me. I can't believe it's real.
That's so cool, man. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thanks. But seriously, this thing is even better than I imagined.
It looks pretty old school. Does it actually work?
Of course it works. I tested it on my birthday cake already. The photos look amazing.
Show me. Okay, that actually does look really good. Different from phone photos somehow.
Right? It's got that authentic vintage digital look. Not too crisp, but also not too filtered. Just perfect.
You sound like those photography YouTubers you watch.
Maybe because I actually know what I'm talking about now. This is a real camera for real photographers.
All right. Calm down, Ansel Adams.
Who's Ansel Adams?
Never mind. So what are you gonna photograph first?
Everything! I'm going to take pictures of our entire neighborhood. Every house, every tree, every interesting thing I can find.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It's not work when you love it. I'm going to start this afternoon. Want to come with me?
I can't today. My mom's making me clean my room. She says it looks like a tornado hit it.
Your loss? I'm going to get some incredible shots.
Just don't get too carried away, and be careful with that thing. It looks expensive.
I'm always careful. Besides, this camera is built to last. They made things better back in 2003.
If you say so. Send me the best photos you take, okay?
Obviously, you're going to be so jealous of these shots.
We'll see about that. Now let me go back to sleep. It's still too early for your excitement.
Fine, but you're missing out. This is going to be the best birthday ever. Check out this ball.
That's great. The lighting is nice.
I know, right? This camera makes everything look artistic.
You're really going all out with this.
I've been walking around for 2 hours now. Got like 50 photos already.
50 photos? Of what exactly?
Everything. Houses, mailboxes, fire hydrants. This cat let me get really close.
That's a cool shot. The cat looks like it's posing.
Animals always know when they're being photographed. It's like they can sense the camera.
Or maybe it just wanted food.
You have no artistic vision, Brian.
Okay, that one's actually really good. Very moody.
See what I mean? This camera brings out details you never notice, like the texture of the bricks, the way the ivy creates shadows.
You're really getting into this, aren't you?
This is what I want to do with my life, Brian. Professional photography, maybe photojournalism or nature photography.
Aren't you getting a little ahead of yourself? You've had the camera for like 6 hours.
Some people just know their calling. This feels right.
Whoa, that sunset looks amazing.
I know. The golden hour is perfect for photography. I need to get higher up to capture the full effect.
Higher up? How?
There's this little hill by the old playground. If I can get up there before the sun sets completely, I'll get the perfect shot.
Be careful, man. It's getting dark.
It's not that dark yet. Besides, this is too good of an opportunity to miss.
Dude, that's incredible!
I'm almost at the hill now. The light is changing so fast. I need to hurry.
Don't rush too much. You don't want to trip or anything.
I'm fine. Just need to get to the top and then boom. Oh no.
What happened?
Brian, I messed up.
How? Are you okay?
I tripped. There was this tree root sticking up. I didn't see it in the dim light.
Are you hurt?
I'm okay, but Brian, the camera...
What about the camera?
It's broken.
Oh man, Mikey. I'm so sorry.
The lens is cracked. The LCD screen is completely shattered. I think something inside is broken too.
Maybe it can be fixed?
Look at it, Brian. It's destroyed. My birthday present is ruined.
Don't panic. Maybe your parents can return it, get a replacement and such.
They bought it on eBay from some random-ass collector. It was probably the only one available.
There might be others?
You don't understand. This was the camera, the exact model I wanted, and now it's gone.
I know you're upset, but...
I can't even look at it anymore. I'm going home. This is the worst birthday ever.
Mikey, wait! Let's figure this out.
There's nothing to figure out. It's broken and it's my fault. I should have been more careful.
Accidents happen, man.
Not accidents like this. Not with something this important. I'm never going to get another chance like this.
That's not true. You'll get other cameras.
Not like this one. This was special, and I destroyed it on the first day.
I wish I could help somehow.
Nobody can help. It's gone. I need to go tell my parents what happened. They're going to be so disappointed in me.
They'll understand. It was an accident.
Will they, though? They spent a lot of money on this, and I broke it in 6 hours.
Parents aren't like that. They care more about you being safe than the camera.
Maybe. I just feel sick about this whole thing. Talk to you later, Brian. If I can ever face talking to anyone again.
Text me later, okay? Even if you just want to complain more. I'm here for you, man.
Thanks. I know you are. But right now, I just want to disappear.
So how did it go with your parents?
They weren't mad, just disappointed, which somehow feels worse.
At least they understood it was an accident.
I guess, but that doesn't make the camera any less broken. I keep thinking about all the photos I could have taken.
Maybe you should try to sleep. Tomorrow might not seem so bad.
I can't sleep. Every time I close my eyes, I see the camera hitting the ground. I keep hearing the sound it made when it shattered.
That really sucks, man. But beating yourself up isn't going to help.
I know, but I can't stop. This was supposed to be the start of something amazing, my photography career, and I ruined it before it even began.
One broken camera doesn't ruin a whole career.
Easy for you to say. You're not the one who... Wait, I just heard something.
Heard what, sorry?
There's something at my window, like tapping or scratching.
Probably just a tree branch. It's windy tonight.
Hell no. It sounds like someone's trying to get my attention.
Are you sure?
Positive. I'm going to look.
Be careful. It's probably nothing, but still.
I'm pulling back the curtain now.
What is that?
I don't know. It looks like a fairy.
That can't be real. Are you sure you're not dreaming?
I'm wide awake, Brian. This thing is staring right at me, and it's trying to talk to me, I think.
Talking to you? What's it saying?
I have no idea. I'm gonna open the window and see what it wants. All right, I got the key. I'm opening the window up now.
Are you crazy? Don't let that thing in your house.
It's not trying to come in. It's just chilling outside, looking at me.
Well, what does it want?
Hold on, let me ask. Brian! Fantastic news. I said it can fix my camera.
Your camera? How would it know how to do that?
I have no idea. It's talking again. I think it's saying its name.
Which is?
Kipsneed. The Kipsneed. That's what it keeps repeating.
Kipsneed? What kind of name is that?
I don't know, but that's what it said. It sounds like some kind of fairy name.
So you think it's actually a fairy?
Look at it, Brian. What else could it be?
It does look pretty magical with those wings. To be fair.
Right?
This is unreal then, like something out of a fantasy movie.
It's talking to me again.
What's it saying?
It said I need to follow it to a special place where its magic works. Only then can it fix my camera.
And where is this a special place?
I'm not sure yet. It's trying to explain, but its voice has gone really quiet.
This could be your chance to get your camera fixed.
I know, but should I really follow some random creature into the night?
It's a fairy. They don't hurt people, and it seems super friendly.
You're right. Besides, my camera is already broken. So what do I have to lose?
Exactly. This is like a real-life fairy tale.
Okay, I'm going to talk to it, see what else it wants me to do.
Keep taking pictures of everything. I want to see all of this.
Obviously, this is the most incredible thing that's ever happened to me.
I can't believe this is real. My best friend is talking to an actual fairy.
It's beckoning me to come outside.
Are you going to do it?
I think so. It says its workshop isn't far, and that it can definitely fix my camera once we're there.
Then go! Save your birthday present!
All right. I'm getting my shoes on now, and grabbing my broken camera. If this works, it'll be a miracle.
I believe in miracles, especially when fairies are involved.
All right. I'm climbing out the window now. The Kipsneed is waiting for me.
Be careful, man. But also, this is so exciting.
I know, right? I'm outside now. The Kipsneed is floating next to me.
It can fly?
Sort of. More like hovering. Its wings are beating really fast.
That's so cool. Where is it taking you?
We're walking toward the street. It keeps looking back to make sure I'm following.
This is like the most amazing adventure ever. I wish I was there with you.
Me too, but at least you can see everything through my photos. We're turning left now, Brian, heading toward the old part of the neighborhood.
Where the woods are?
Yeah, that direction. The Kipsneed says its workshop is hidden, somewhere humans don't usually go.
That makes sense for a fairy. They probably like their privacy.
We're at the edge of the woods now.
It's pretty dark out there. Can you see okay?
The Kipsneed is glowing a little, like a tiny lantern. It's actually helping me see the path.
That's convenient. Fairy magic probably includes built-in lighting.
We're going deeper into the woods now. I can hear owls and stuff, but the Kipsneed says we're almost there.
Almost where exactly?
Its workshop, just like I said. The place where it keeps all its repair tools.
Do fairies even use tools? I thought they just used magic.
I guess we'll find out.
This is getting more mysterious by the minute.
I know, but it's a good kind of mysterious. I feel like I'm in some kind of fairy tale, like this was meant to happen.
Maybe it was. Maybe the Kipsneed was watching over you all day, waiting for the right moment to help.
That would be amazing. Oh wait, I can see something up ahead.
What is it?
A building. Looks like a house, but it's pretty run down.
That's where the workshop is?
The Kipsneed is nodding. It says this is the place.
Whoa. That place looks ancient, but also kind of mysterious. Perfect for a fairy workshop.
Right? It's got that whole abandoned magical vibe. The Kipsneed is floating toward the front door.
Are you going inside?
Yeah, the Kipsneed says that's where the magic happens. The door is already open.
This is so exciting! You're about to see a real fairy workshop.
I'm stepping inside now. It's dark, but the Kipsneed is lighting the way. Oh, the Kipsneed is pointing to something. There's a door over here. It looks like it goes downstairs.
A basement?
Yeah, I think so. The Kipsneed says that's where the real workshop is. Underground, where the magic is strongest.
That makes total sense. Underground is probably more magical, closer to the Earth's energy and stuff.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Are you going down there?
The Kipsneed is already floating down the stairs. It says my camera can be completely restored down there, like new.
This is it, Mikey. Your camera is going to be perfect again.
I really hope so. I'm starting down the stairs now. Wow, it's dark down here.
Stay close to the Kipsneed. Don't lose sight of the light.
I won't. We're almost at the bottom now. All right, I can see the basement floor.
What's down there? Is it like a workshop?
I'm looking around now. Uh-oh, Brian, there's a man down here.
Michael, where are you with that flight? I need you here now.
Just landed. Getting in a taxi right now? Any word from Mikey yet?
Nothing. He's been gone all night. This isn't like him at all.
Have you asked that Brian friend of his? Maybe he's sleeping over somewhere?
I already talked to Brian. But Michael, what Brian told me, you're not going to believe this.
What did he say?
He said Mikey was talking to some kind of creature, called itself the Kipsneed.
A creature? What do you mean creature?
Like a fairy or something. Brian has photos that Mikey sent him.
Photos of what exactly?
This thing outside Mikey's window. And then Mikey followed it into the woods.
He followed something like that into the woods? In the middle of the goddamn night?
Yep. All the way to some abandoned house. Brian said Mikey's last message was about finding a man in the basement.
A man in the basement?
A man in the goddamn basement.
Millie, we need to get the police involved immediately.
I already did. They're on their way over to interview Brian, and they want to see all the other photos that Mikey sent.
This sounds really bad, Millie. Where's our son?
Tell me about it. I've been sick to my stomach all morning.
The police will find him though, right?
What if he hurt Mikey?
Don't think like that. We don't know anything yet. Mikey could be hiding somewhere. Or maybe he got lost in the woods.
For 12 hours, without his phone responding?
Maybe his battery died.
I've been calling every 5 minutes. It goes straight to voicemail now.
The police will trace his phone. They have ways to track these things.
I should have checked on him last night. I should have made sure he was in his room.
This isn't your fault, Millie. How could you have known?
Because I'm his mother. I'm supposed to protect him.
You can't watch him every second. 12-year-olds have to have some form of independence. We'll get through this. I promise you we'll find him.
The taxi better hurry up. I need you here with me.
I'll be there as fast as I can.
Mrs. Bell, this is Detective Maria Santos. I'm taking over the investigation.
Thank you, Detective. Have you learned anything new?
We've interviewed Brian Mauser extensively. He's been very helpful with the timeline.
What did he tell you?
Your son was communicating with him throughout the evening, right up until that final message about the man in the basement.
And then nothing?
Complete radio silence after that. We're treating this as a potential abduction case.
Abduction? Oh God.
We're organizing search teams based on the photos your son sent, the wooded area behind Canada Street, and we're looking for this abandoned house.
How many people are searching?
We have 3 K-9 units, 24 officers, plus community volunteers.
Community volunteers?
Coach Reynolds from the school reached out. He's mobilizing parents and older students to help with the search.
That's so kind of them.
This community cares about your son, Mrs. Bell. We're going to find him.
Mrs. Bell, this is Coach Reynolds from the middle school. I hope it's okay that Detective Santos gave me your number.
Of course, Coach. Thank you for organizing the search volunteers.
Mikey is a good kid. We're not going to stop looking until we find him.
That means everything to our family.
We have about 30 parents signed up so far, plus some high school students from the Honor Society.
30 people?
And growing. Principal Anderson is sending out a district-wide alert. More families want to help.
I don't know what to say. This is overwhelming in the best way.
Mikey's always been well-liked at school. He has that quiet, artistic personality that people gravitate toward.
He does love his photography.
Speaking of which, has anyone checked if he might have gone to other photo spots? Places he's mentioned wanting to photograph?
The police asked about that, but according to Brian, he was specifically following this creature to its supposed workshop.
Right. The Kipsneed thing. That's the strangest part of all this.
Do you think someone could have been impersonating a fairy to lure children?
That's what I'm worried about. It sounds like a predator's trick.
The thought makes me sick.
Try not to think the worst yet. We're going to cover every inch of those woods.
Please be careful out there. I don't want anyone else getting hurt.
We'll stay in groups and keep radio contact. Safety first, always.
Mrs. Bell, this is Officer James Wright. I'm coordinating the ground search teams.
Any updates, Officer Wright?
We've located what we believe is the abandoned house from your son's photographs.
And?
We're processing the scene now. Can't share details yet, but we're being very thorough.
Is Mikey there?
The search is ongoing. Detective Santos will brief you as soon as we have concrete information.
That doesn't sound good.
I understand your concern, but we need to follow proper procedure.
How long will this take?
Several more hours at minimum. Crime scene investigation takes time.
Crime scene? You said crime scene?
I misspoke. Investigation scene.
No, you said crime scene. What did you find in that house?
Mrs. Bell, I really can't discuss details. Detective Santos will message you soon.
Officer Wright, please. That's my son we're talking about.
I understand, but I have to follow protocol. Please be patient with us.
The police found the house, Michael. The one from Mikey's photos.
That's good news, right? Did they find Mikey?
Officer Wright won't tell me anything. He accidentally called it a crime scene, then tried to take it back.
Crime scene? That doesn't sound good.
I'm scared, Michael. Is our son even alive?
The taxi is pulling into the driveway now. We'll face whatever this is together.
The waiting is killing me.
Mr. and Mrs. Bell, I need to speak with both of you. Can you come to the station?
Did you find Mikey?
We found evidence at the scene. I'd prefer to discuss this in person.
What kind of evidence?
Please come to the station. Bring someone for support if you need to.
Detective Santos, this is Michael Bell. Just tell us if our son is alive.
Mr. Bell, I understand your urgency, but this conversation needs to happen face to face.
That tells us everything we need to know.
Oh God, Michael. Oh God, no.
Please come to the station. Room 204. We'll explain everything when you arrive.
Dear Bell family, the entire school district is praying for you. I've sent out an emergency alert to all families.
Thank you, Principal Anderson.
If there's anything the school can do, counseling services, meal trains, anything at all.
We appreciate that so much.
Mikey is such a special young man. The whole photography club is devastated.
He loved that club.
They want to do something in his honor. When you're ready, of course.
In his honor? Principal Anderson, what have you heard?
The news is reporting that remains were found. I'm so sorry, Mrs. Bell.
Remains? What remains?
I thought you knew. The police found partial remains at the scene.
Partial remains?
I'm so sorry. I assumed you'd been notified.
What remains? We haven't got to the station yet.
Well, according to the news report, they found his legs.
His legs? Just his legs?
Mrs. Bell, I'm so deeply sorry. I shouldn't have assumed you knew.
Where is the rest of him? Where is the rest of my son?
No idea. The investigation is ongoing.
This can't be real. This cannot be real.
Again, I'm truly sorry. You shouldn't have learned this way.
Mrs. Bell, this is your neighbor, Mrs. Patterson. I heard about Mikey on the news. I'm so very sorry.
Thank you, Mrs. Patterson.
I also need to tell you something important about what I've seen in the neighborhood.
Huh?
There's been a strange man around lately. I've seen him watching children. I should have called the police sooner.
Watching children?
He hides behind trees and bushes, always near the playground or the school bus stop.
And how long has this been going on?
At least 2 weeks, maybe longer. I thought he was just a homeless person at first.
But now you think differently?
The way he watches them, it's disgusting. And yesterday I saw him talking to a little girl.
Talking to a little girl?
She ran away when she saw me coming, but he disappeared into the woods.
The same woods where Mikey...
I think so, yes. I've already called Detective Santos with this information.
Thank you for telling me, and thank you for trying to protect that little girl.
I just wish I'd done something sooner. Maybe I could have prevented this.
This isn't your fault, Mrs. Patterson. None of this is anyone's fault except the monster who did this.
Mr. and Mrs. Bell, I've established a command center at the station. We're coordinating a countywide manhunt now.
For the man who killed our son?
For the person responsible, yes. We believe they used the Kipsnede persona as a lure.
So there never was a real fairy?
We believe it was an adult male impersonating a supernatural entity to gain your son's trust.
That's sick. That's absolutely sick.
We're treating this as an active threat to other children. Schools are being notified to increase security.
Do you have any leads?
Mrs. Patterson's report has been very helpful. We're following up on the suspicious man she described.
What about the rest of Mikey's body?
We're expanding the search area. We have cadaver dogs and additional forensic teams.
How could someone do this to a child?
We're going to catch him, Mr. Bell. I promise you that.
Will that bring our son back?
No, but it will prevent him from hurting other children, and it will give you some measure of justice.
I don't want justice. I want my son back.
I know, Mrs. Bell. We all want that too.
It's been 3 weeks, Millie. 3 weeks and they still haven't found this monster.
I know, Michael. I'm losing my mind here.
Detective Santos keeps saying they're following leads. But what leads? The trail went cold right after they found the house.
Maybe we should hire a private investigator.
With what money? The funeral costs alone have wiped out our savings.
I don't care about money. I want this person caught.
So do I. But we have to be realistic about our options.
Realistic? Our son was murdered. Butchered like an animal.
I know that. You think I don't think about it every second of every day?
Look, I'm sorry. I'm just so angry all the time.
We both are, but taking it out on each other isn't helping.
Then what will help? Because I feel completely powerless.
I don't know, Millie. I honestly don't know.
Mr. and Mrs. Bell, I know this might sound crazy, but I have an idea.
Brian, honey, what is it?
What if I tried to lure the Kipsnede to me?
Excuse me?
I could pretend I can't sleep, send messages to Mikey's phone. Maybe the killer is still monitoring it.
Absolutely not. That's way too dangerous.
But what if it works? What if I can lead the police right to him?
Brian, we appreciate you wanting to help, but we can't put another child at risk.
I wouldn't be at risk, though. The police would be watching me the whole time.
How can you be sure about that?
Because I already talked to Detective Santos about it.
You did what?
She thinks it might actually work if we set it up right with proper surveillance.
Detective Santos is actually considering this?
She said it's not ideal, but they're running out of options. And this guy is still out there.
Still potentially targeting other kids.
Exactly. What if he gets someone else while we're waiting for leads?
I can't handle the thought of you getting hurt too.
I won't get hurt. I promise. The police will have me surrounded.
How exactly would this work?
I text Mikey's phone tonight. Say I can't sleep and ask if the Kipsnede can help me. If the killer sees it, he might come for me.
And then what?
I follow him, just like Mikey did. But this time, the police follow me. They catch him in the act.
It sounds incredibly risky.
Everything's risky right now, but this is our best shot at catching this guy.
What does your family think about this?
My parents are scared, but they understand why I want to do it. Mikey was my best friend.
Okay, just let us think about this. And talk to Detective Santos ourselves.
Okay, but don't take too long. Every day we wait is another day he could hurt someone else.
Brian, are you seriously considering this plan?
David, I have to do something. I can't just sit here while Mikey's killer is free.
But you could get killed too, just like Mikey did.
That's not going to happen. The police will be watching everything.
Police aren't perfect, Brian. They couldn't save Mikey.
That's because they didn't know what was happening. This time they'll be ready.
What if something goes wrong? What if you lose contact with them?
I'll have backup plans, multiple ways to communicate.
But you're 12 years old.
So was Mikey, and he died because no one was there to help him.
That's not your fault.
Maybe not, but I can do something about it now.
Mom and Dad are worried sick.
I know they are, but they also know this is the right thing to do.
Is it though, or is it just revenge?
It's not revenge, it's justice and protection for other kids.
I still think you're making a mistake.
Maybe I am, but I have to try. I owe that to Mikey.
Mr. and Mrs. Bell, Brian spoke to you about his proposal?
Yes, and we think it's outrageous.
I understand your concerns, really I do. But I think this plan could work.
How can you be sure Brian will be safe?
We'll have officers positioned throughout a 6-block radius, plus tracking devices and constant radio contact.
What about what happened to Mikey? You had search teams, but they couldn't find him in time.
This situation is different. We know what to expect now, and we'll be ready from the moment Brian makes contact.
What if the killer doesn't take the bait?
Then we're no worse off than we are now. But if he does take it, we finally have our chance.
I need to know Brian won't end up like our son.
I can't make promises about outcomes, but I can promise we'll do everything in our power to protect him.
What kind of tracking devices?
GPS tracker sewn into his clothing, plus a backup transmitter in his shoe.
And officers will follow him?
At a distance, yes. Close enough to intervene, but far enough to avoid detection.
What about Officer Wright?
He'll be leading one of the surveillance teams, along with our best tactical officers.
This is the hardest decision we've ever had to make.
I know it is, but this monster is still out there, and Brian might be our only chance to stop him.
If we agree to this, and something happens to Brian, how could we live with ourselves?
If you don't agree to this, and he kills another child, how would you live with that?
That's not fair, Detective.
Nothing about this situation is fair, but we have to make the best decision we can with the information we have.
All right then, we'll do it. But if anything happens to Brian...
Michael, are you sure?
No, I'm not sure about anything anymore, but I know we can't let this killer get away.
Okay, we agree. But Detective Santos, please don't let us lose another child.
I won't let that happen. Brian will come home safe, and we'll finally get justice for Mikey.
Hey, Mikey, I know you're not going to respond, but I need to talk to someone. I can't sleep tonight. Keep thinking about everything that happened. Your camera, the Kips need. All of it. I miss you so much, man. I wish I could have helped you somehow. Maybe gone with you that night. I keep wondering if the Kips need is still out there. Still looking for kids who can't sleep. Because I really can't sleep. Haven't been able to since you disappeared. If the Kips need can really help with that, maybe it could help me too. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm desperate. I just want to sleep peacefully again, like before all this happened. So if you're listening, Kips need, I could use your help tonight.
Brian, are you in position?
Yeah. I'm in my bedroom. Window is open like we planned.
Officer Wright is in the backyard. 2 more units are on the street.
I can't see them.
Good. That means the plan is working. Remember, follow the Kips need but stay in contact.
I will. My phone is fully charged.
And you have the backup transmitter?
In my left shoe, just like you said.
Perfect. Now we wait.
Detective Santos.
Yes?
What if he doesn't come?
Then we try again tomorrow night, but I have a feeling he will.
Why?
Because predators like this can't resist. They're addicted to the hunt.
Speak of the devil. I can hear tapping at my window, just like Mikey described.
This is it. Remember the plan.
I see it. The Kips need is outside my window.
Take a photo if you can. Good work. Now follow it, but keep us updated.
It's gesturing for me to come outside. I'm climbing out the window now.
Officer Wright sees you. Proceed carefully.
Detective Santos, I have visual on Brian. He's following something, but I can't see what.
Stay back, but keep him in sight.
Copy that. They're heading toward the street now.
Which direction?
North on Canada Street, toward the old part of town.
That's the same direction Mikey went.
Should I move closer?
Not yet. Let's see where this leads.
Detective Santos, are you there?
I'm here, Brian. Where are you now?
Walking down Pine Street. The Kips need is about 20 feet ahead of me.
Officer Wright has you in sight.
Good to know. We're turning left now, heading toward the woods.
Same path Mikey took?
Not exactly. This is further north, near the old cemetery.
The old cemetery? That's new.
Yeah. We're walking past the headstones now. The Kips need keeps looking back at me.
How does it look?
Same as in Mikey's photos. Basically a mutant fairy dinosaur, but something feels different about it tonight.
Different how?
I can't explain it, just a feeling.
Trust your instincts. If something feels wrong, get out of there.
We're leaving the cemetery now. There's a building up ahead.
What kind of building?
Looks like an old church, really run down.
Brian, that's not the same location as Mikey. This is a different site.
Should I keep following?
Yes, but be extra careful. We're tracking your location.
The Kips need is pointing at the church entrance. I think it wants me to go inside. The door is already open. I'm going in now.
Brian, talk to me. What do you see?
It's dark in here, but there's some light coming from somewhere. Oh my God!
What is it?
Detective Santos, I found the rest of Mikey.
Jesus Christ. Get out of there now.
There's a man in the corner. He's just sitting there, watching me.
Brian, leave immediately.
I'm sending you my location now.
Got it. We're on our way.
The man is getting up. He's not the Kips need anymore. He's just a normal person.
Run, Brian. Run now. Mr. and Mrs. Bell, we have a problem.
What a surprise.
Brian found the killer, but his phone died. He sent location coordinates, but they're showing the wrong place.
What do you mean, wrong place?
The GPS coordinates he sent are pointing to an empty field, but that's not where he is.
Then where is he?
We're tracking him with the backup device. He's at an abandoned church near the old cemetery.
How far from the coordinates he sent?
About 2 miles. His phone must have malfunctioned.
Is he safe?
We're moving on his actual location now. Tactical team is 3 minutes out.
3 minutes could be too long.
It's going to have to be enough.
Please tell me we're not going to lose Brian too.
We won't. The tracking device is working perfectly. We know exactly where he is.
Have you been in contact with him?
Not since his phone died, but the tracker shows he's still in the church.
Still alive?
The device only shows location, not vital signs, but he hasn't moved in the last 5 minutes.
That could be good or bad.
We'll know soon. Team is almost there.
Detective Santos, we're approaching the church.
Any movement inside?
Negative. Building appears quiet.
Brian's tracker is still showing inside.
Copy that. Moving to surround the building now.
Rules of engagement?
If we see the suspect, we take him down. Child safety is priority 1.
Understood. I'm 5 minutes behind you.
We're not waiting. Going in now.
Keep me updated.
Will do. We're inside the church. Jesus Christ, Detective.
What do you see?
The boy's body parts, strung up like trophies.
And Brian?
Found him. He's alive but unconscious.
And the suspect?
Male, approximately 50 years old, wearing some kind of fairy costume. We have him in custody.
Is he talking?
Not yet, but we found his whole setup. Puppets, voice equipment, everything.
So the Kipsney was fake?
Completely fake. This guy was using marionette strings and electronic voice distortion.
What about Brian?
Medics are checking him now. Appears to be drugged but stable.
Thank God.
The suspect had a syringe. Probably planned to do the same thing to Brian as he did to poor old Mikey.
But we got there in time.
Barely. Another 10 minutes and...
I know. What's the suspect's identity?
Still running prints, but he matches Mrs. Patterson's description.
The neighborhood lurker.
That's our guy.
I'm almost there. Secure the scene and keep everyone back.
Already done. This nightmare is finally over. Detective Santos, we have a situation.
What's happening?
The suspect broke free from restraints. He's armed with a machete.
How did he get a weapon?
Had it hidden in his clothing, covered in blood.
Are you in danger?
He's charging our position. We're going to have to take him down.
Do what you need to do.
Shots fired. Suspect is down.
Alive or?
Negative. Multiple gunshot wounds. He's dead.
Any officers injured?
All clear. But detective, this machete, it's covered in what looks like human tissue.
Jesus.
This guy was a butcher.
Secure the weapon as evidence and photograph everything before the body is moved.
Already on it. Forensics is documenting the entire scene.
How's Brian handling all this?
He's shaken, but okay. Medics have him sedated for transport.
Good. Make sure his parents can see him as soon as possible.
Will do. Detective, there's something else.
What?
We found a notebook with names and descriptions of other children.
How many names?
7 that we can see so far, all with detailed notes about their routines.
This man was hunting kids systematically.
And we have no idea how long he's been at it.
We'll figure that out. Right now, I need to update the Bell family. Mr. and Mrs. Bell, we have an update.
Please tell me Brian is okay.
Brian is safe. He's being transported to the hospital for evaluation.
And the killer?
We have him in custody. The situation is under control.
Thank God. Thank God Brian is alive.
Officer Wright is with him. Medics say he was drugged, but he's conscious now.
What about the suspect?
Male, approximately 50 years old. We're processing him now.
Did he confess?
He hasn't said a word yet, but we found everything we need at the scene.
Everything meaning what?
The Kipsney costume, puppetry equipment, voice distortion devices.
So it was all fake?
Completely fabricated. This man created an elaborate deception to lure children.
How long has he been doing this?
We're still investigating, but based on what we found, possibly years.
And as for the other children?
We found evidence connecting him to missing persons cases in 3 neighboring counties, all children between ages 10 and 14.
Oh my goodness.
This was a serial predator, and we stopped him because of Brian's bravery.
Can we see Brian?
He's at St. Mary's Hospital, room 312. He's asking for you.
We're leaving now.
Detective Santos? I don't know how to thank you.
Thank Brian. He's the hero here.
Detective Santos, we're at the hospital with Brian. He told us what happened.
How is he doing?
Scared but brave. He said he saw Mikey's decapitated body parts in that church.
He also said the killer is dead?
That's correct. The suspect attacked officers with a machete. They had no choice but to use lethal force.
Good. I'm glad that monster is dead.
I need to inform you about what else we found.
More evidence?
The suspect had detailed records of other potential victims, including photographs and personal information.
How many others?
We're still processing everything, but it appears he was targeted targeting children across multiple counties.
For how long?
Based on dates in his notebook, at least 3 years.
3 years of hunting children.
We're coordinating with other law enforcement agencies to connect him to unsolved missing persons cases.
What about the Kipsney costume?
Elaborate puppetry setup, voice distortion equipment. This man was a former carnival worker.
A carnival worker?
Worked for traveling circuses for over a decade. Specialized in puppet shows and magic acts.
So he used those skills to create the Kipsney.
Exactly. He exploited children's natural curiosity about supernatural beings.
That's so twisted.
The forensic psychologist believes he was also a cannibal.
A cannibal?
Based on evidence found at the scene and the condition of the machete he attacked officers with.
I think I'm going to be sick.
I know this is disturbing information, but I wanted you to understand the full scope of what we stopped.
Brian saved other children's lives by being brave enough to follow that thing.
I just wish Mikey could have lived to see this day.
He did see it, through Brian, but together, they were the reason this bastard has been stopped.
Dear Bell family, I heard about the resolution of Mikey's case. I wanted to reach out and offer my support.
Thank you, Dr. Reeves. It's been an incredibly difficult few weeks.
I can only imagine. Processing this kind of trauma takes time.
We're still trying to understand how someone could do this to children.
Evil like this is incomprehensible to normal people. That's actually a healthy response.
Brian seems to be handling it better than we are.
Children are often more resilient than adults, but he'll need ongoing support too.
We're thinking about family counseling.
That's an excellent idea. I can recommend some specialists who work with families affected by violent crime.
That would be helpful. We want to heal from this properly.
Healing doesn't mean forgetting Mikey. It means learning to carry his memory in a way that doesn't consume you.
Right now, it feels like it's consuming everything.
That's normal. Grief is love with nowhere to go. Eventually, you'll find ways to channel that love productively.
How do other families get through something like this?
One day at a time, with professional help, family support, and community connection. You don't have to do this alone.
The community has been incredible. Coach Reynolds, Principal Anderson, even Mrs. Patterson.
That network will be crucial for your recovery.
What about Emma? She's been so quiet since Mikey died.
8-year-olds process trauma differently than adults. She may need specialized child therapy. I can recommend someone who works specifically with siblings of homicide victims.
I didn't even know that was a specialty.
Unfortunately, it's more common than we'd like, but there are people trained to help.
We want to do everything right. For Emma, for ourselves, for Mikey's memory.
The fact that you're thinking about it this way shows you're already on the right path.
Thank you, Dr. Reeves, for everything.
I'll send you those referrals tomorrow. And please don't hesitate to call if you need anything.
Mr. and Mrs. Bell, the entire school community is with you today.
Thank you, Principal Anderson. It's bittersweet, though. Justice doesn't bring Mikey back.
No, it doesn't, but it does honor his memory and protects other children from the same fate.
That's how we're trying to think about it.
I wanted to discuss memorial plans with you, when you're ready, of course.
What kind of memorial?
The photography club wants to create a permanent display, featuring some of Mikey's work from class, and maybe that last photo he took on his birthday.
The one with his broken camera?
If you're comfortable sharing it, it represents his passion and dedication to photography.
I think Mikey would like that. He was so proud of his photography.
We're also planning a scholarship fund for students interested in pursuing photography.
A scholarship in Mikey's name?
The Mikey Bell Memorial Photography Scholarship, to help other young photographers get the equipment they need.
That's beautiful. Mikey would love knowing he's helping other kids follow their dreams.
Brian has offered to speak at the memorial service about friendship and courage.
When is the service?
Next Friday at 3 p.m. in the school auditorium. The whole district is invited.
The whole district?
Mikey's story has touched a lot of people. Students from other schools want to honor him too.
He would be so surprised by all this attention.
Heroes often are.
We'll be there, and thank you for keeping his memory alive.
It's the least we can do. Mikey was special. The way he saw the world through his camera lens, that perspective deserves to be remembered.
He always said photography was about capturing truth.
And in the end, his courage helped reveal the truth about his killer.
I never thought about it that way.
Mikey's legacy isn't just his photography. It's the lives he saved by being brave enough to seek help. That's the story we'll tell at the memorial.
Mr. and Mrs. Bell, I wanted to provide you with the final case summary.
We're ready to hear it.
The suspect has been identified as Ronald Kravitz, age 52, former carnival employee.
Ronald Kravitz?
That was a mugshot from when he worked for traveling circuses from 1995 to 2018. He specialized in puppet shows and children's entertainment.
How did he end up here?
He's been living in the area for 4 years, working as a groundskeeper at various properties, including the abandoned buildings where he committed his crimes.
So he had legitimate access to those locations.
Exactly. It gave him the perfect cover to set up his operation.
Operation?
We found evidence of at least 6 other victims, dating back 3 years, all children between ages 9 and 14.
6 other families went went through what we did?
I'm afraid so, but those cases can finally be closed now.
How did he choose his victims?
He studied children's routines, looked for kids who were alone frequently, or going through difficult times.
Like Mikey with his broken camera.
The broken camera created the perfect vulnerability. Kravitz exploited that emotional state.
What was he doing with the bodies?
Based on forensic evidence and the condition of his makeshift kitchen at the church, he was consuming parts of his victims.
I can't process that.
You don't have to. What matters is that he's gone and can't hurt anyone else.
Because of Brian's courage and Mikey's photos.
Without those photos Mikey sent, we never would have found the first location. That led us to establish the pattern.
So Mikey helped catch his own killer.
In a way, yes. His documentation of the Kipsney gave us crucial evidence.
Will there be a trial?
No trial necessary. Kravitz died at the scene. Case closed.
What happens now?
The FBI is taking over to investigate connections to other jurisdictions, but your part in this is finished.
Our part will never be finished. We'll carry this forever.
I know you will, but now you can carry it without fear. Justice has been served.
Thank you, Detective Santos, for everything you did to find our son's killer.
Thank you for trusting me with this case, and for letting Brian take the risk that ended this nightmare.
Mikey would be proud of what we accomplished.
I believe he would be. So as of today, we are closing the case on Ronald Kravitz. But Mikey's story continues, for he shall live on in our memories as the boy with the camera